Hi, I'm Pamela and welcome back to Longevity Gardens. And today I want to show you guys how I foliar feed my trees. Now I have been doing something new that I really want to show you. I want to show you the new product that I'm using for my trees because it is unbelievably amazing. I was amazed with the results. Other people that I know have used this product and are just amazed. It really is impressive how well it works. I've always foliar fed my trees. I've used other things like kelp and things like that for my trees, and I've had really good results with it. But when I used this new product, it blew my mind. It's called Gills. Here, it's kind of neat. It looks like Zeus as a fish on his underwater cave. It's kind of neat. I did talk to the creators of this product and I did interview them, so I'm hoping to bring you guys that interview soon. I have used it only a couple times and I'm going to show you guys the results I've already gotten from using this foliar feed. We're in the middle of August here and I kind of thought my trees were kind of done putting out all their new growth. Like, you know, in the springtime everything buds out and it's exciting, and then it kind of just hangs on, and I thought it was just going to be kind of like the same until we go into winter and they drop their leaves. I used this product and I got like twice the amount of growth on top of what was already there. It really did blow my mind. Like, some trees were kind of struggling and I was trying to figure out why. I was giving them everything I thought they needed and they were just struggling, and as soon as I used this stuff, they came to life. It was unbelievable. So when I was young, I always thought that you just need to water your trees. You know, I didn't really understand that you need to feed them properly. I thought they got everything they needed from the soil. And then I started learning, well, you have to keep adding things like that, because especially in like an urban setting like this, you know, we're not in like a forest that has a lot of vastness and, you know, different animals coming along every now and then, leaving just the right amount of droppings and things like that. So you have to bring in things into your yard and you've got to feed your trees. It's really important. I found out that they use sardines to develop this product, and that sardines are a very small fish. They live in usually very cold water, so they have a lot of fat on them. And all the bigger fish, you know, all the whales, they follow the sardine schools that migrate from place to place. Like, the whole rhythm of the ocean in the colder parts of the ocean are all kind of governed by the sardines, because they're that nutritious for other fish. So all fish go where the sardines are. And, you know, nature has a way of working itself out. So if the oceans are governed by something like the sardine, and we can bring that into our yards finally through this product, and your trees will, you're going to notice a difference with your trees. You know, it's like a tree that's been, you know, living on bread and water, all of a sudden got served a buffet. It's really, it's kind of like that, like trees that are just nutritionally starving. And I thought I was really already feeding my trees. You know, I was giving them azomite, I was giving them other foliar feeds, I was giving them everything that I thought that they needed, and they were doing okay. You know, they like ones like behind me, I mean, they're nice and full and green. But then I gave them this stuff and they just went insane. So if you have any trees in your yard that are struggling, you want to give this stuff a shot. Another reason why I really like using a foliar feed is because it's going to feed your tree instantly. You don't have to, you know, put it down on the ground, water, try to get it close to the roots and have it go through the roots and into the tree. You know, you spray it on the leaf and it goes directly into the tree. It's like a intravenous for you. It goes instantly in you. You know, sometimes roots get clogged, and then it doesn't matter what you fertilize or you feed it through its roots, the tree won't be able to soak it up because its roots itself are clogged. It is some potent stuff. Your whole yard will smell like a marina once we start using this. So they warned me about it before I even got started. So your whole yard will kind of stink for a day. But it's a good thing. The more it smelled, the more I thought my trees were getting out of it a little bit. Okay, so let's get started, and we'll show you guys how I feed my trees with this stuff. First thing that you want to get is like one of these. You can get the big ones, the big jetpacks, but I don't really like carrying that around. It's too heavy, and even though my yard is big, my water source is right there. I'm not having to like walk with it on the other side of a huge field or something like that. I'm just right here. So, and like going up and down ladders to get the tops of the trees, all you need is something about this size. So I have this. I have a measuring cup that I'm going to be using. This measuring cup used to be in my kitchen, but now that I've put different products in here, it's just an outside thing for my garden and for my my amendments, because I'll never get the smell out of this. So it's just it's got all the ounces and stuff like that. So the measurements for this are going to be just 1 ounce per gallon. If it's your first application or first time using this, use 3 ounces for that first gallon, and then after that you can just about once a week, or however much you think your trees need, just 1 ounce per gallon. And that's why I like kind of using these as well. This is exactly 1 gallon. It makes it easier. And you can also put, you know, zinc and iron and other liquid foliar feeds all with this same stuff if you think your trees need it, so you only have to go through your trees once, and it'll save you some work. And let me see, you also want to do it actually in the morning or in the evening time when your trees are nice and relaxed and it's a little bit cooler, and it won't like fry the leaves on your trees right away. So you want to do it during those 2 times. Okay, so I'm going to grab the camera, I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing, and we're going to feed the trees. And I'm also going to show you guys some of the new growth that I have on some of the trees that were struggling, that have happened in just 1 week. I will be selling this product on my website at seedbankbox.com, and it's in the description below. Just click on that link if you want to try this stuff. I really recommend it. You know, I wouldn't really bring you guys anything that, first of all, I don't use myself, and also something that I haven't seen success with myself. And I've seen more success with this one product than all my other ones combined. I really have, and I know you guys will too. So if you have any trees that you think are struggling, that need a boost, or, you know, when you're feeding your trees, I should say something important that I learned about feeding trees. You know, I always think that you need to just feed your trees kind of early in the season, or when it's setting fruit, when I think it needs a lot of nutrients. But you really need to feed your trees through its entire growth cycle, because the part of the tree that is going to be producing next year's crop is being developed actually in the middle of the tree right now. And you want that part to be really healthy and strong for next year. So it's important to feed your trees through the entire growth season. So we're in August right now, and I think it's actually really important right now to feed your trees, because before your trees go dormant, you want them to be really strong, because you want them to wake up strong. And then you're going to use this stuff kind of again as soon as you see the buds forming on your trees. You definitely want to start foliar feeding. That's enough of me talking. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this up with water. Stuff is so strong, so all I need is 1 ounce, so just about like that, 1 ounce. I'm going to dump that in there. Okay, and all trees get them, and you can kind of see that one's got a brand new bud coming out. I get the whole leaf, and I also get behind, and don't spray yourself in the face, but you also want to get behind the leaf. And also I go down and I even do the trunk and everything that I see on the tree. Okay, I want to give you guys some examples of the results that I've gotten with this foliar feed. This is a sapote, and it's putting off some great fruit. But when trees put off fruit, they can struggle a little bit. But as soon as I put this foliar feed on it, it just absolutely bursts with life, with all this new growth in the hottest part of the summer. And usually they struggle a lot, but this has set so much fruit on it. I mean, it is just covered with fruit, and it put off, every single branch is just absolutely bursting with life. And this is from just 2 treatments of the foliar feed of the noble Gills. And this is getting to be one of my great big trees in my yard, and I was just so happy with how much growth it got in just 2 applications. It just blew my mind. I'm going to show you guys some other examples too. So this persimmon had a very hard summer. It got hit with about 118 temperatures, and a lot of the leaves were turning brown, but they hung on. I gave this guy just 2 of those applications, and it's getting all new growth. It's completely recovering from getting hit with the heat this summer in Phoenix. So if you got a tree that you're taking care of in your yard and it really struggled in our Arizona summer, putting an application on this will really help it recover and put out new growth. Okay, so I'll probably be able to give you examples all day. This one is my pecan tree, and it was kind of thin actually for a lot of the summer, but as soon as I started applying foliar feed to it, it just bursts with life, and there's brand new growth on each part of the tree, to the point where I don't think I need to foliar feed it for a while now, because it is just bursting with life. All new growth in just 2 applications. Look at that. It's just so much fun to watch a tree get new growth and look happy and healthy, and you know you're doing something right. It's really just so satisfying. So this is one of my mangoes, and mangoes are quite delicate here. They're tropical, so they struggle a little bit in the desert, but I put some foliar feed on this, and I covered the whole trunk, and it just started bursting out with leaves all along the trunk. Everywhere basically that I sprayed, it started putting off all new growth. This is a Coir orange, and you can see this is middle of August, and look at all that new growth that it's putting out, which sometimes can be really hard to do. So it's starting to get really happy. And this is one of my young figs that was very stagnant. It only had a few leaves on it, but I fed him, and look at that. It was able to put off a new growth in the middle of the summer. And it looks, for the first time, really healthy. And this one is my carob, and even this one is getting brand new growth, just like it's springtime on every single branch. So I'll end this video by showing you the growth on my pecan. Click on the link of the description below if you want to get this foliar feed of Noble Gills and try it on your trees, and I hope you guys get the same results that I've gotten.